COSATU supports the campaign, the BDS campaign is part of this movement to highlight the plight of our brothers and sisters who are continuously for many decades now oppressed, killed, maimed by one of the most brutal, if not the most brutal government after the system of slavery in the world, the Israeli government. We here are all former victims of brutal apartheid system that humiliated us on daily basis, that took our dignity away, that invaded our country and continent and took everything that we used to say it belongs to us away, that did everything that we detested throughout our lives. But something very important you said, Muhammad, and that is what we went through over 300 years of colonial oppression in South Africa is like a Sunday school picnic to what the Palestinian people are going through every day in their own land. An invading army came and took their land through a barrel of the gun, forced hundreds and hundreds of thousands of the citizens of that country, forced them into exile, took every square, every inch of that land and put in new boards, now Israel, no longer Palestine, confined that population into a small piece of land now called the Gaza Strip, whilst occupying the rest of the country through the guns, received most sophisticated and powerful support from that Hippocratic state called the United States of America. Down with them. Shame on you, Barack Obama. Shame on you and your name that represent the opposite of what you are doing on daily basis to the brothers and sisters of ours in Palestine. So we are here, comrades, because we understand that an injustice anywhere constitutes a threat to peace everywhere in the world. We are here because our own international icon, Nelson Mandela, told us so many times that we will remain unfree until the people of Palestine have been freed. We are here because we love humankind. We are firstly anti-racist to the core. We don't like racism. We don't like people being discriminated on the basis of their race, gender, religion, or any of the divisions amongst our people. This nonsense that we anti-Jews is something that we must condemn all the time, because it's an attempt to shun the struggles, the legitimate struggles of the people of Palestine. This government of ours, represented by its international relations, must not tomorrow but today buy a ticket for the ambassador of Israel, take him to the OR airport and send him back home. The second thing is to send a ticket to our ambassador in Tel Aviv and bring him back with his entire family, never to go back into that racist country. The third one is that we want the government to cut all diplomatic ties with that government of Israel. The fourth demand is that we want the government to cut all economic ties with that Israeli government. Boycott them. Somebody here was asking me from SABC, saying that some are arguing that the South African economy cannot afford cutting ties with a powerful economy such as that of Israel. How dare we forget our own history? Only 20 years now into democracy, when we were moving from one continent to the next continent, representing the ANC and the people of South Africa, we met the same arguments all over. We can't cut ties with the apartheid government because we want to sell into that economy our cars. So told us the Americans. But we stood up until everybody in the world accepted that Ford have no business to trade and to provide cars that were in any case mainly to the benefit of the racist white in South Africa. So today we should say our government, our industrial capitalists have no business to make business with the racists in Israel who continue to use that economic might in order to buy more bombs to throw on defenseless women and children of Palestine. So we say, please cut those economic ties, boycott, tie investment, sanctions against that racist government. We will not rest. It doesn't matter how many we are, we will come back over and over until we have convinced every South African that it is cool, it is correct for us to support our brothers and sisters who are being oppressed and obligated by a racist government that will continue encroaching on the land of other people, using the most sophisticated and the most dangerous weapons the humankind have ever produced. So we say to government, we're saying to all the organizations of our people, join the BDS, raise your voice, firm up your stand, stand up and be counted just like you were counted in the struggle against apartheid in South Africa. Stand up and be counted now in a struggle against apartheid being practiced against the people of Palestine in their own land. Stand up against injustice. Stand up against the oppression of humankind by another humankind. Stand up and be counted in history as belonging to those brave men and women who refuse to be intimidated by misleading propaganda of the Zionist machinery that continues to tell us that we are racist just because we demand justice for the people who have had their land taken from them through the barrel of the gun. So we are, comrades, to say backward, never, and forward, ever. Amata.